for a human to do is to be proud of themselves.
No longer facing that same scrutiny.
It was a crisp Thursday morning in November, and Washington, D.C. was already alive with the gentle chaos of the holiday season, with shoppers and commuters bustling through the streets, while the sun peeked faintly through gray clouds, casting a soft glow across the city. Inside the Obama household, however, the atmosphere was entirely different. The familiar hum of the kitchen was joined by a warmth that had little to do with the ovens or the simmering turkey. This Thanksgiving promised something far more intimate than any public event or gathering. It was a day for family, for closeness, and for a quiet, life-changing surprise. Barack and Michelle had long been accustomed to the public eye, to official dinners, speeches, and ceremonial occasions, but today the spotlight was entirely private, shining on a moment of profound personal significance. It was a day of transition, of reflection, and above all, of joy, as the Obamas prepared to welcome a new life into the family. A baby girl, the daughter of Malia, their eldest, stepping confidently into the role of motherhood. The news had been carefully kept private, known only to a select few, and the household now hummed with anticipation, excitement, and a gentle, unspoken reverence for the new chapter that was quietly beginning. Malia's quiet new chapter. Malia had always been the thoughtful, independent one, quietly navigating the challenges of growing up under the gaze of a global audience. In the weeks leading up to this Thanksgiving, she had embraced her new role as a mother with such discretion and grace that even her closest friends barely caught wind of the change. There had been no public announcement, no media fanfare, just a young woman stepping into a monumental responsibility with calm determination. Today, as she held her newborn daughter, the family witnessed her transformation firsthand. The pride, the tenderness, and the quiet confidence radiated from her in a way that left everyone around her in awe. This was a different Malia, strong, serene, and fully present, balancing the thrill of new life with a measured wisdom that belied her age. She had learned to navigate the world with discretion, choosing privacy and thoughtfulness over public display. And now, as a mother, she embodied that same careful, attentive energy. Watching her, Barack and Michelle felt a mixture of nostalgia, amazement, and gratitude, as though the years of raising their daughters had culminated in this serene, joyful moment of continuity and love. Barack's first grandfather moments. Barack, the composed, steadfast figure who had navigated some of the world's most complex political and personal challenges, found himself in a completely new position. Holding his granddaughter for the first time, he was undone in the most beautiful way. The baby's tiny hand grasping his finger, the softness of her skin, and the gentle rise and fall of her breathing all seemed to transport him to a place far removed from politics, schedules, or responsibilities. He whispered softly under his breath, "How did we get here?" And even as he brushed away the hint of a tear, the emotion was unmistakable. In that moment, he experienced a revelation unlike any he had known before. A realization of the delicate, transformative power of new life and the extraordinary responsibility and joy that came with it. Years of leadership and public service had honed his composure and focus, yet now, in the presence of a tiny, perfect human, those skills were replaced by awe, vulnerability, and a heart open in ways that only family could inspire. Every coo, every sigh, every flutter of tiny fingers seemed to speak directly to him, grounding him in the present and illuminating the enduring importance of love, care, and connection. Michelle's tender joy. Michelle, always the heart and guiding force of the family, was enveloped in her own quiet flood of emotion. Watching Malia cradle her daughter brought memories of her own motherhood rushing back. The days of sleepless nights, the small triumphs, and the tender, seemingly ordinary moments that shaped the family's foundation. Now, observing her eldest daughter stepping confidently into motherhood, she felt a profound sense of both accomplishment and awe. Sitting near the bassinet, her fingers brushing the soft blanket wrapped around the baby, Michelle whispered almost to herself, "I remember when you were this small," recalling the fleeting nature of time and the endless cycle of love that connected generations. The small keepsakes laid beside her, the tiny pink socks, a soft cotton onesie, remnants of the girls' own childhoods, were no longer just relics of the past. They had become symbols of continuity, bridging the years and passing the torch to a new generation. In Michelle's quiet reflection, there was both joy and reverence, as she fully recognized the profound magnitude of this personal milestone, a moment entirely removed from public scrutiny, yet immeasurably significant in its depth. Sasha's new role as Aunt Sasha, creative, lively, and perceptive, felt a transformation of her own. Watching her niece, she no longer occupied the familiar position of the younger sibling, but had stepped into a role both exciting and deeply meaningful. Aunt. The responsibility and delight intertwined as she gently held the baby, whispered playful promises, and imagined the shared moments and guidance she could provide in the years to come. She beamed with pride, not just at the new life before her, but at the subtle shift in the family's dynamics, recognizing that she too had a place in shaping, nurturing, and loving the next generation. Her playful, artistic spirit meshed seamlessly with the newfound seriousness and devotion that came from the love she now felt for this tiny relative. In Sasha's attentive presence, the baby was met with affection, imagination, and a promise of companionship that would extend far beyond the warmth of this Thanksgiving morning, a Thanksgiving of reflection. As the family settled into the day's rhythms, the ordinary became extraordinary. The table was laden with traditional dishes, aromas filling the house with familiar comfort, yet all attention remained fixed on the bassinet where the baby lay peacefully. It was a moment that transcended culinary delights, politics, and tradition. It was about connection, the quiet celebration of continuity, and the recognition that life moves forward with each new generation. Barack and Michelle took turns holding the baby, gazing at her with unspoken wonder, realizing that the smallest moments often carry the deepest meaning. They encouraged each family member to share what they were thankful for, and one by one, the reflections blended into a shared acknowledgement of love, family, and hope. Sasha spoke first. "I'm thankful for new beginnings and for the little girl who made me an aunt." Her words tinged with both awe and playful responsibility. Michelle reflected with heartfelt grace. "I'm thankful for family, for health, and for watching my daughters grow into the women they've become." And Barack, looking down at his granddaughter with an intensity that words could scarcely capture, said softly, "I'm thankful for the chance to see the world through her eyes. Through her, the future is alive and immediate." Malia added, her quiet voice full of emotion, "I'm thankful for love, for support, for my family, and for this tiny person who changed my entire world." Each sentiment wove a tapestry of gratitude, love, and anticipation, marking this Thanksgiving as unlike any other. Looking forward with hope, Sasha, observing and sketching the moment, captured not only the image but the spirit of the day: joy, connection, anticipation, and love. She understood that her role as aunt was more than a title. It was a promise to nurture, inspire, and guide. The conversation gradually shifted toward the future, with reflections on the kind of world they hoped the baby would grow up in. Barack, with his characteristic thoughtfulness, considered values, kindness, and resilience, while Michelle emphasized love, stability, and security. Sasha spoke of creativity, dreams, and the encouragement to pursue passions. Together, these reflections formed a collective vision, a gentle hope that the family could instill guidance without pressure, support without control, and love without limits. In that space, the baby was not merely a new addition. She was a living symbol of potential, joy, and the enduring power of family bonds.